Zoos create to acknowledge that people could spend hours looking at the Earth's flora and fauna. Our hobby is keeping and interacting with animals like cats, dogs, parrots, and other critters. Some animals, however, welcome human contact. They will be close, but they will not be related. Did you know that if you come into contact with any of these 10 creatures, you could experience pain or possibly death? I'm gonna blow your minds with some fantastic things. Follow me and click the subscribe button to be the first to see our newest and finest videos. Watch out and run for your life if you see any of these 10 creatures. Number 10, Puss Moth. The Puss Moth is easy to spot because its body has a beautiful black and white marble pattern. That's where the Monckier name originates, from a hairy moth that looks like a cat. The female puss moth lays a small group of eggs on the host plant. Most members of this species don't eat meat and prefer to live in wooded areas. They turn into black caterpillars with long double tails that help them blend in with the leaves. The puss moth caterpillar has 2 long twin tails that stick out from its abdomen. These tails are an exiting form of defense that can be used as a whip to scare away dangerous animals. But if that doesn't work, the caterpillar might spit formic acid at the attacker from its thorax. The acid is like a bee sting. If the poison doesn't kill the furry larva, it has sharp spikes below. When broken, they cause excruciating pain that spreads quickly and may be fatal. People get sick to their stomachs, throw up, and get headaches. Number 9, the lionfish. The East Coast, the Caribbean, and the Gulf of Mexico are all home to these graceful swimmers. Because they live in so many places, they can be hard to deal with. Even though they look nice, they can be hard to get rid of. The lionfish spines have poisonous barbs that cause excruciating pain and make the victim sweat a lot, make it hard for them to breathe, and maybe even paralyze them. It would help if you don't touch them until you become an expert in the field. If a lionfish stings you, you should go to the hospital as soon as possible. On the National Institutes of Health website, which is part of the National Library of Medicine, you might find information or suggestions about how to treat lionfish stings. Number 8 is a stingray. Wherever you are in the tropical waters off the coast of the United States, mid-Atlantic United States, it's not uncommon to see stingrays only a few yards from the beach. Hunt for small fish and crabs. Most people get stung when they don't know they're there because the bees hide on the ground and wait for them there. If you get too close to a stingray, you might get pricked by its painfully sharp stinger, but they are not mean. The stingray lives in warm temperate seas all over the world. People who get stung by a stingray should go to the nearest hospital's emergency room right away. Number 7 are sea urchins. If you step on one of these spiky sphere-shaped creatures, you'll feel a lot of pain. Urchins live in shallow water close to sandy or rocky shorelines. That is the most likely place to find them. They can also be found on coral reefs in subtropical waters. When the spine of an urchin pierces human skin and causes a puncture, the wound can be very painful. Urchins have sharp spines on their backs most of the time. Number 6, the kissing bug. The kissing bug gets its name from the bite scars it leaves behind. A visual reminder that this insect also enjoys nibbling on the blood of humans and other animals. However, human interaction with the kissing bug is not necessarily for transmission. They are insects that only come out at night to feed, hiding throughout the day. A bite from one of these creatures might cause a person to wake up from a deep slumber since the chemical substance in their saliva is numbing. As a result, the victim won't realize they have been bitten, and their veins and arteries will be drained dry. For obvious reasons, they're sometimes referred to as triatomines and vampire pests, as they conclude that the echimera poses the most significant threat while trying to get a bug. They spread the pathogen that causes Chaga disease via their excrement. Patients with Chagas disease may have flu-like symptoms at any time throughout their illness. It may lead to chest pain, abnormal heartbeats, and a thinning colon. Once the chronic stage of the condition has been reached, there's no therapeutic options remaining. Number 5, bullet ant. Bullet ants are one of the most common species in the world, and their stings can hurt for up to a day. Most of the time you'll find these bugs in the world's rainforests. These animals live in the bases of the trees and bushes and hunt for food on the forest floor. They only attack when they think they're in danger. The venom of the ant in question is 30 times stronger than that of a bee, and it contains a chemical that affects the major nerves in the body. Try getting stung or bit by a tropical insect if you want to know what it's like to feel a bullet in the head. Some of the effects are uncontrollable shaking and temporary paralysis. Number 4 is the box jellyfish. Even though the box jellyfish has the most dangerous poison, you don't want to touch it because it looks cute and soft. The venom kills nerves by suffocating them. If the impact is strong enough to go through the heart and skin of a person, the person may die of cardiac arrest or drowning. The box jellyfish's sting is so powerful that it can paralyze or even kill its prey before it gets to the water's surface. The box jellyfish's sting is so powerful that it can paralyze or even kill its prey before it gets to the water's surface. That makes it possible for the game to fight or run away. If the sting works, these animals want the victim to stay away from their sensitive tentacles. They would hurt for a few weeks and have scars to remind them of the pain. Their name comes from the shape of their bell, which looks like a box. A regular box jelly has about 15 tentacles and a light blue color. Each tentacle has about 5,000 biting cells activated by chemicals released by the skin of its prey. Together, these organisms show because first impressions aren't always accurate. No matter how harmless or cute these animals look, everything you do to them could be harmful. Number 3, the blue-ringed octopus. Nature has a funny way of making things interesting, and when you see a beautiful person, you probably want to admire them or maybe get close to them, which isn't always a good idea. The blue-ringed octopus is one of those beautiful animals whose beauty is a red flag. As a result, you should immediately turn and leave the area when the animal senses danger or is upset. Octopuses are soft by nature, and blue-ringed octopuses are no different. They use the blue rings around their bodies to warn off predators. There may be more reasons to stay away from these animals than to like them, making them hard to fall for. Some consider the blue-ringed octopus to be the ocean's most dangerous creature because of its saliva contains tetrodotoxin, a potent poison that stops breathing. Even though blue-ringed octopuses only attack when they feel threatened, it's best to stay away and watch them from a distance if you ever see one. Number 2 is scorpions. Animals with venom are some of the most dangerous on Earth. Toxic animals make poisons on the inside, but venomous animals inject them directly into their bodies through bites or stingers. Like many other animals, scorpions make poison not to hurt people, but to control and kill their prey. Only about 25 kinds of scorpions exist, but if you touch one, its poison could kill you. People often get stung when they walk barefoot over scorpions or step on them while hiding in their shoes. They don't see it as an offensive weapon, though instead they use it to keep from getting squashed. About 2,600 people die every year from scorpion stings. People often think the Indian red scorpion is the most dangerous of its kind. Number 1 is freshwater snails. You might have yet to be ready for this. About 200,000 people die every year because of freshwater snails. That is because they are hosts for parasites that can kill, such as flukes, which are flatworm parasites. There may be as many as 24,000 different kinds of flukes. Most parasites live on vertebrates like people and mollusks like snails. Schizosomia is an evil one that snails spread in freshwater. The flukes grow inside the snail and get released into the water at some point. The changes in polluted water get into people's skin and make them sick. Schistosomiasis is called snail fever. It's a disease causing potentially lethal disease. In 2000, the World Health Organization said that this parasite disease killed up to 200,000 people a year, making it the second most socioeconomically damaging parasitic disease after malaria. So, if you see these 10 creatures, watch out and run for your life. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and please share your comment below. Check the rest of our video content and subscribe to enjoy. The new videos will be available as soon as they're posted, so that's it for now.